Welcome to Seek.
This is a very special day. It's sunny.
It's so beautiful. We're February 18th today. Is that the date?
Yeah, that is the day.
And it's like 70 degrees outside.
Yeah, global warming, it's not real. It's not real.
You are joining us for a very special moment. We are here at Humboldt Park, enjoying snack time. Get those fruits in.
Plant consciousness.
Fruit consciousness.
Fruit consciousness.
Melon consciousness.
Sun consciousness.
Consciousness. Okay, so today's topic is something I've been thinking about a lot. Just with the ways that I've been wanting to change myself, I'm noticing that my friends are starting to change with that. And I wanted to talk about letting go of friendships, if that's something that you should do, if it's something that has to happen when you try to better yourself, or just kind of knowing when to let people go or how to let people go, if that's something you should do. I don't know, sometimes I feel like, I felt like this in the past before, where certain friends of mine, the things that we would do together are things that I no longer do anymore, or no longer want to do anymore. So do I let go of the friendship because those habits no longer are things that I want to participate in? Or, I don't know, it's just so hard when you really love someone, but you know that you're not becoming a better person within that friendship or within that relationship, and the ways that you want to move forward might take you away from that person. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, so if you've been following us, our very first episode was about letting stuff go and inviting the new things into your life. And and I think a big part of that is knowing when your goals and what you're doing in life doesn't align with that. And, and unfortunately that does mean you have to, let them go.
Here you go.
Nice, thank you. Never ate it with a spoon before.
Really? That's how I eat all my melons.
Nice. So I don't know.
Think about it this way. It's like, say you don't want to drink as much, but say that you were friends with people where that was the favorite thing that you guys would do. You guys would just go out to bars and drink, and that's what you guys like to do. But say you don't want to drink anymore. Do you still go out with your friends and just don't drink and don't participate in it that way? Or do you have to let those friendships go and find new friends who want to do the activities that you want to do, Because it's like when you love someone, does that mean that you're supposed to maintain this connection, or is love actually just letting go of the connection? Is that the most loving thing to do?
I think if these people really want what's best for you, they won't try to keep you. They won't try to hold you back. They'll let you free.
So the friends that are trying to keep getting you to stay in the connection because they want you in their lives, that's not real love.
I don't think so.
What is that?
Real love is non-attachment. I watched his video the other day. And the guy, he had an amazing perspective on what love was. It was, first of all, he prefaced the video by saying, we formed these preconceived notions of what love is because we've grown up watching videos, hearing songs, romantic movies. We've seen all these things, and that's how we formed what we feel like love should be, right? And most of these things are all about just holding people.
And is this about romantic relationships or just friendships, or both?
It could be both. Right? Because that's kind of when you're friends with someone, you love them, right? You love who they are as a person.
And when you love someone, then you, like you said, you want what's best for them. For instance, we're doing Seek together. If you came to me tomorrow and were like, Alana, I need to go to Germany, this is what I have to do for myself, I have to do this, I wouldn't try to contain you. I'd be like, yeah, go do you, you know?
Yeah. and so, I mean, yeah, I think that's really what love isn't trying to hold somebody and have them forever. It really is non-attachment. It's like
letting the other person do what they want to do in their own lives, letting the other person be who they want to be.
Right, exactly. So, like, for example, have you been friends with anyone and now you hate them? And it's like, man, did you ever really love them as a friend then? Because if you really love them as a friend and they're not with you right now, you'd still be happy for them because you know that they're doing what they really want to be doing.
Right, like you wouldn't resent them for leaving
be like,
you.
Man, fuck that guy for like not being my friend right now. But it's like he's just living his life.
He's just living his life, and that's the thing. Is like really question to yourself if you are trying so hard to get a friend to stay in this connection with you. What is it in you that makes you want to do that? Like, why aren't you okay alone? Like, what? I was listening to Abraham Hicks earlier, and she said something that was just so fucking amazing, where she said that you're not going to attract the love that you want when you approach it from the need to fill a void within you. Like, there should never be a void. You will get the love that you want when you don't have a void, when there is no void anymore. And that's what will bring you to the people who you're supposed to be surrounded by. It's like, love is not demanding. Love will not hold you back. It won't hold you in. It won't hold on so tight if you want to let go. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I've had experience before in relationships and in friendships too, where I felt like I needed, like I'm used to this daily communication with this person, and now they're just stopping. Like, why? Why are they doing this to me? Like can't they see, like are they mad at me? Why are they doing this to me? It's like, no, it's not personal. It's not that they're mad at you. It's not that they don't want to. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that they don't love you. They're just loving themselves. They're doing something that they need to do for themselves. And that might mean taking some space away from the friendship. It might mean, cutting off contact because they just want that mental clarity for themselves, and that's not against you as a person, you know?
Right, that's not a reflection of you. That's just like where they are in life.
And if you're a true friend, you would be encouraging that. You'd be encouraging the people you love to follow what's right for them. They agree. They agree.
Like, our audience is saying yes.
Snaps.
Guys, I'm so distracted by this watermelon.
It's so damn good, right?
Watermelon.
It's so damn good.
Watermelon,
oh my god,
blueberries.
Vic, I introduced him to what a cantaloupe should taste like.
It was fucking amazing, guys.
All those pictures that you see with us holding that cantaloupe up, that was the day that Vic realized what a real cantaloupe tastes like.
I had a fucking mouthgasm. It was
so
crazy.
Fucking good. Like, the thing about cantaloupes and melons in general, you guys, you want to make sure that they're ripe when you eat them. Okay, I'm going off track. But anyway, so friendships. You have to realize when you're being held back or when you're being not true to yourself. Ask yourself, why are you in the friendships that you're in? Are you in these friendships because it's a habit that you've grown accustomed to and now you're just doing it? Are you staying in the friendship out of guilt, or are you staying in the friendship because you are actually finding value in it? You're becoming a better person through it. You are achieving what you want to achieve, or I don't even know. It's not something that you even have to. You don't need to look to your friends to better yourself, but you just need to be authentic with yourself. Why am I doing this? Is this a conversation that I actually want to be engaging in, or am I doing it because I feel obligated to maintain this friendship? It's like, okay, like, so for instance, I had this experience, where I wanted to grow in a certain way.
Okay.
And the friends that I was surrounding myself with,
yeah,
the activities that we do together, like smoking weed or drinking or things like that, like, there were things that I just didn't want to do anymore, but I wasn't strong enough to say no when I was in the situations. Like, I don't want to control my friends. I don't want to control what they want to do with their lives. What they want to do with their lives is up to them, and I have no judgment over how they want to live. But I just know for myself, I wanted to clear these things out of my life.
And I think that's very mature that you know that, okay, I am not strong enough to say no to my friends.
Right, and it's like people would be like, oh, you know, can't you just be with your friends and just not smoke and just not drink? And it's like, my willpower is so weak, you know, when I'm around it, and when those things present themselves to me, I take those opportunities. And it's like, I know for myself, if I want to better myself in the way that I want, then I have to remove myself from that situation. I can't be around those people when they're doing these things, because I'm gonna fall into those habits. And until I build up that willpower for myself, where I'm like, okay, I'm strong enough to say no when I'm around it, then maybe I could go back to seeing these friends again. But it's like,
I went through the exact same thing when I was starting sobriety last January, almost a year and a month ago.
mm-hmm.
I definitely did not go out to any bars. I had to know for sure. I went to a couple AA meetings, and that's when I knew for sure, like, okay, I don't have an addiction, but I definitely don't want to go back to drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have an addiction to alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely loved smoking weed, but that's another thing. But for
Love
sure,
smoking weed. Gotta cut it out.
gotta cut it out. Like, it's just as an athlete, it's not good for my lungs, you know.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing. That's when I knew, like, I just going to these meetings and getting the perspective from the people there who had lost things in their life, like families, loved ones, and their own freedom, because they were like under house arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was young people, very old people, middle-aged people. Like, it didn't matter. Like, addiction doesn't care if you're a man or a woman or where you are in life. It will hit you. And so the thing that I learned from there was, okay, recognize like where you are in life and like what you need to be doing. And so I knew I had to stay away from bars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the first 2 months, my friends would, they would stop inviting me to go out to bars, and I'd be like, that's great. Like, they're supporting me because they know that I can't handle being at a bar right now.
Right.
But eventually one day, I think I was just like, yo, I'm down to go to the bars with you guys. And I did. I had no drinks, and everything was good. You know, I was a little bored, and I did realize, like, oh shit, like, oh man, like, I'm not having a good time because I'm not drunk. So that's another unrelated thing. Like, I just knew that, okay, I don't have to go to these things anymore if I don't want to. But like, they were nice enough to respect like what I was going through, and they stopped inviting me out to the bars. But like, whenever we were at like a barbecue or something, like, we'd catch up. It'd be like no time had passed. And I think those are great relationships to have, or low maintenance relationships, where you could just like pick up where you left off, like a week, a month later, a year later. Like, low
maintenance, exactly. You don't. Oh my God! Like, okay, so we talked about friendships and addictions, but how do you let go? How do you explain to someone? Okay, say that you're friends with someone. And it's not, and you love them, you have a lot of love for them, but it's not like an addiction that they're keeping you, held back in, but it's something else. Say it's like their actual personality, it's like the actual, how much they need from you every day. Like, if they're constantly like demanding a response from you every day, if they're constantly contacting you every day when you don't have the energy to talk every day, or if they're constantly just like demanding too much than what you're able to give, or not listening in a certain way, it's like,
I think I think it all comes down to, like, again, like, how good of friends are you? Because like, my friends know that I don't really spend most of my time on my phone anyway. So I'm not like one of those people that are constantly trying to respond and live in this virtual thing. So I'm not part of like a lot of group texts. I'm not part of a lot of like all these, things. I don't snap a lot anymore. Like, I don't.
So there's something I want to talk about. So there's an actual experience that I went through.
Okay.
I want to talk about. So I've had this online communication with this person.
Okay.
for a long time, and most of the friendship is online, most of it, you know, and I've started to feel like it's demanding way too much from me. Like, I don't have the capacity to be online every day, like contacting this person. I don't have the capacity, I don't have the energy to, you know, this person, like they come to me sometimes with a lot of these very long messages, like just so long, to where it's like, I don't have the energy for this. I don't have the energy. It drains me. Like right now, being in this friendship, it's draining me.
Okay.
And it's not that I'm upset with you. It's not that I don't love you. It's just that it's making me lose focus on myself. It's making me lose focus on, like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time to put towards this friendship, you know?
No, I mean, I totally... I'm trying to think of an experience I can relate to that, but...
Or even if it doesn't even have to be online. There could be a friend in your life who's demanding, you know, like, why don't we hang out this week? Like, we hang out every week. Why don't you want to hang out with me this week, you know?
Yeah.
How do you let go of friendships that are too clingy?
I think, you know, that also comes down to, like, a compatibility and maturity. Because we're 26, right? Most of our friends are either in relationships, or they're starting a new relationship, like a romantic one, or they're progressing in those relationships by, like, getting engaged and, like, getting married or starting families. And I think that's an important thing to realize, is like, yo, the friends that you do have right now, appreciate the time you have with them. And, like, even if it is limited, like, stop complaining about not hanging out with them every fucking day. Just enjoy the times that you do hang out, because they're eventually going to go down their own paths and start their own families, and then you won't be, like, you know, how weird is that going to be when you're, like, 35 and they're starting a family and you're still, like, trying to hang out and go to bars or do whatever, you know. I'm not hating on bars. I'm saying about, like, whatever, you know.
It's possible to have friendships no matter where you're at in life, but it's just kind of what you expect out of them.
Right, exactly.
Like, I can't be talking to someone, I can't be just spending all this time reading these long ass messages from someone and, like, spending all this time crafting an equally long reply. I just can't. I don't have time for it. I got other things I'm trying to focus my attention on. And it's like there's, it comes down to what you expect. And the thing is that, you know, I told this person that I had to stop talking to them because, like, and that it was time for me to move on from that friendship, because it wasn't something that it just wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy. It was not healthy. This person would be
too much expectations.
Way too much expectation.
And I think that's important to, like, know. I mean, dude, come on, like, you can't have any expectations. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. If you have expectations, it's probably just going to lead to pain, because you have to realize that the other person is a human. Like, we're all flawed, you know? What if one day you guys schedule to hang out and then the other person can't make it? You know, are you gonna
lose your shit?
Yeah, are you gonna blow up on them for, you know, being human? Like,
I definitely realize now that, like, I need to be friends with people who don't need my attention. I want to be friends with people who don't need my attention to feel secure in themselves, or to feel like I can't be friends with someone who needs my constant attention to feel like they're still my friend. Like, my friend Katie, my best friend Katie, who I've grown up with, I haven't talked to her, like, had an actual conversation with her in, like, over a year. But I still consider her my best fucking friend, one of my best friends, you know? We're both secure in the connection to where we don't need the other's attention to know that we're friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, guys. Fuck. I mean, expectations, man, they can really fuck you up sometimes. Because if they don't get met, like I said, you're just gonna be met with a lot of pain.
Another thing too is listening. Listen to what the person is saying. If the person is telling you that they have to let this go because it's too draining for them, listen to what they're saying. Don't try to be like, like deep down I know you want this. I know you want to stay in this friendship too. Deep down I know you get as much value as I get. Like, don't tell this person how they feel. They're telling you how they feel. If you're a real friend, you would understand. You would understand. You would understand, and you would encourage them to follow what they're feeling is right.
You know, I have this story that, okay, I've been wanting something like this one friendship to really like blossom and grow. And the thing is, when I stopped wanting it, that's when it fucking like manifested. Of course,
that's when it comes.
That's when it comes,
anymore.
So like, I was just like blown the fuck away because I'm like, I stopped obsessing over this thing and like trying to hang out with this person, and then like finally it fucking happened. You know, on like a smaller scale, that's kind of how this relationship started with Alana. Because like, at first I met her, I was like, oh man, like she's so cute and stuff like that. And then want to get coffee, but then
hit on me the first time we met.
and I was just like wired to think one way, right? I was going through this process of rewiring my brain. And then like when she said no, and I was just like, oh, it's all good, and it was good meeting you and stuff like that. But in my head, like on the walk to the bus, I'm just like, okay, that was stupid. Like, you still wanted to be friends with her. Why did you let that discourage you? Because I had all these expectations. So,
you wanted it to be a date. You wanted it to be
right, exactly. Yeah. Like, and then, once I really, then I had to learn, like, these things, like letting go and stuff like that. And then I came back, and then I found her by Googling a random fucking thing.
You Googled, like, how do I leave clues to find in my next life?
In my current life.
And that was the title of one of my videos that I made.
And I was just like, wait, what? I was like, I know this goofy face. Like, it selected, like, a goofy thumbnail.
I know my face is, like in the thumbnail. I'm, like, in the middle of, like, saying something.
And then I was just like, okay, what? So, I mean, here we are.
I get this email.
Here we fucking are now.
And this is a beautiful friendship. Beautiful friendship. And it happened because neither of us had expectations. We were able to manifest this brand that we have right now through having no expectations from each other.
Yeah. And I think we work really hard on the brand, and we're trying to like, manifest it. But we have, I don't want to say no expectations, but we're just doing what feels right.
We're vibing. Like you can read, I don't know, it's just like, that's the thing though, like if you were to come to me tomorrow and tell me, Alana, I can't do Seek anymore, I have to go do this thing, I wouldn't discourage you. I'd be like, go do it. You know what be friends with people who are going to let you be free.
Yeah. I think our friends smelled our treats.
Well, they're coming.
Yeah.
Talking about the ducks.
The geese. Hey.
I killed like the entire thing. Oh shit, the juice.
Oh man.
But look, you guys, you're not gonna have a healthy relationship or friendship to anyone else before you have a healthy relationship to yourself. It's just not gonna happen. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for all relationships you have outside of you. So, you may think that you love this person, but if you're finding yourself wanting to hold them back and wanting to box them in and wanting them to continue doing something that they're telling you they don't want to do, you don't actually love them. That's not love. That's obsession. That's infatuation. That's that's not love.
It's not love. It's funny because there's so many words for things that aren't love, but there's only one word for actual love.
For love.
Love. That's it. Like, I don't know. Man, we talked a lot about a lot of good stuff.
Good stuff. This was a great video.
This is a fucking great day. It's great to be alive.
So good to be alive. Oh my God. Thank you guys for joining us in this conversation.
And I don't know.
Seek yourself.
And love.
Seek good relationships to yourself. Oh, by the way, also, sorry, one last thing.
Premature buys.
Yeah, we got some really exciting things coming up. So
What's in
exciting.
the pipeline?
Okay, starting in March, we're gonna be having our first group sessions. They're gonna be free.
If you're in
group
Chicago,
sessions.
we encourage you to invite people. Come to our. We're still gonna we're gonna make Facebook events.
And if you're not in Chicago, maybe this is a good time to come visit.
Yeah, come visit.
Come visit, say hi to us.
There's a big spiritual community here, and we're hoping that you guys become part of it.
Yes, and what else? Oh yeah, we have an ebook in the works. It's gonna be a recipe ebook, all healthy, delicious recipes that are gonna help you feel your best and look your best and be very cost effective for you, for people who are living on a budget. I know I am, for sure. So we got that coming up, and then also eventually, this isn't gonna happen right away, but pretty soon we're gonna be launching a new website for us. Right now, the one that we have is just kind of like something for you guys to stay updated with all of our content, but we're gonna be really going next level.
We're rebranding ourselves.
We're going next level.
Yeah.
It's happening very soon, so stay tuned. Until then, you guys, seek.
Ela se mexe, rebola, me bate com a bunda dela, igual chiclete. Nossa, gostosa como a Nugala, me dá de volta, vai. Volta todos os dias, tô no seu trabalho.